Hey guys, welcome to Urban Acharya. Today I'm going to talk about a very commonly asked question. This question is, can you tell us the saddest moment of your life? The reason why I have picked up this question for today's video is because in my experience, I have seen candidates struggling to frame their answers. In today's video, we will explore this question and potential answers in a lot more detail. So I have divided this video in three parts. Part number one, I'm going to share my own experience with all of you, what kind of answers I've seen in my life, in my experience. Part number two, we will try to understand what is the intent behind asking this question. What are the virtues that the interviewer is trying to look forward to, is trying to gauge when this question is asked. And part number three, we will try to explore potential answers for this question. Stay tuned. Let me share my experience with all of you. Now, I have been conducting interviews for more than 2 decades now. And in my experience, what I have seen is candidates either cite a personal loss as their saddest moment of their life or a professional loss. Now, the example of a personal loss could be when I lost a family member, when I lost a loved one, when I lost a friend. That was my saddest moment. Professional losses could be I wanted to become a doctor, or I wanted to become an engineer, I wanted to crack the CA exam, but I was unable to crack. I wanted to go out of India for my higher studies, but there was a financial crunch at my house. There's nothing wrong with these answers. It depends on you what you want to bring into the conversation. It's absolutely fine if you want to bring a personal event in a professional conversation, or you can stick to professional losses. My suggestion would be to stick to professional losses and try to relate your professional losses with the job itself. And we'll explore this specific point in a lot more detail in second and third section. This second section, I'm going to explore in a little more detail what is the intent behind asking this question. What is the interviewer trying to gauge about you, about your life through this question? Now, let me first of all tell you that nobody is interested in your professional or personal losses. No one is keen to know that. The intent behind asking this question is to understand what kind of person you are. How do you deal with adversity? How do you deal with negativity? How do you deal with challenges of life? Will you be effective in the job if the job is challenging? Will you be effective in the job? What kind of mental frame of mind you have? Are you a mentally strong personality, or do you get discouraged very quickly? So that's the intent that the interviewer has when he or she is asking that question. Keep this in mind. So the focus should never be on the losses, on citing the losses, whether personal or professional. The focus should be on the storyline, that how did you come out of that loss? How you dealt with that disappointment, with that failure, with the challenge, how you maneuver your life around that challenge. If you have failed a competitive exam, what did you do next? How did you come out of that? What was your plan B? If you have lost someone in your family and you are depressed, the atmosphere was not the right atmosphere at home, not a conducive atmosphere to study, how you dealt with that situation. That's the clear ask from the interviewer. So when you are framing your answers, don't leave it only by citing the disappointments or the saddest moment of your life. Always try to add what you did with that. What was the next step? I hope it is clear to all of you. In the next section, we'll try to understand what could be the potential answers. How can you answer such a simple question? Now, in this third section, I'm going to explore potential answers. I'm also going to give you some clues and tips that you can use to your advantage to frame your own answers. Number one, the word saddest is not the right word in context of a professional conversation or an interview. Even the saddest moment is not the right word. So while framing your answer, or when you're replying or responding to this question, always use the word disappointment. You can always say that I have had multiple disappointing moments in my life, but one of the key ones that changed me for good and changed my life for good is this specific moment. That's going to be a very powerful storyline. Now, let me also talk about my experience a little more now. I asked this question to a candidate a few years back, and his answer has stayed with me, which I'm going to tell you. I asked him that, tell me, what has been your biggest disappointment till now, and what did you do about it? He said that relationship building was the developmental area for him. He was very weak in building relationships. And he had realized this point very clearly, that if he had to move ahead in his career, relationship building is going to play fulcrum. So what he did, he said that he took out one fine day a piece of paper and he wrote a one-line plan. It was a very simple plan that he decided to follow religiously. And that plan was that every week he'll take out 30 minutes from his life, from his professional life, 8 hours a day, 30 minutes in 1 week, and he will invest that 30 minutes on someone within the team or outside the team. And he'll keep quiet, he'll listen and not react too much. What he told me, that in a quarter, 3 months, he realized that he knew a lot of people within the team and outside the team. And he started building relationship with them because there was already a base in place. He had spent 30 minutes with a lot of people. Now, this answer has stayed with me, and I hope this also gives you some clues how you can frame your own answers. So when you're framing your answer, try to talk about a challenge and how you overcame that challenge. Try to talk about an adversity or your disappointment and how you dealt with that. I hope this video was useful to all of you. If you are new to this channel, please do like, subscribe and share. Thank you so much, guys. My name is Manish Arora. If you have any question, any clarification on this topic, do not hesitate to drop in your comments. Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.